Greetings, my beloved spiritual warriors. Happy Sunday and happy Easter. As I sit here today on this sacred day and I look outside my window, I've been looking outside my window for a while now. And it's very windy in my area today. I don't know in yours, but it's very windy here today. And as I look outside my window and I enjoy the branches and the leaves dancing to the music of wind, it reminds me of something very important. It reminds me of the fact that nothing is as valuable as freedom, being able to feel free, and that we are indeed, spiritually speaking, we are free. Regardless of the mitigating circumstances and the global turmoil that we're going through and other issues that already existed prior to the coronavirus, God, the creator, Elohim Olorun, created us with a spirit of freedom that we have to take possession back. So today, on Easter Day, the day of resurrection, many people do not celebrate Easter. We all have different walks of life, but many people, millions of people around the world, celebrate this sacred day. So as I sit here looking out the window, enjoying the sun that's actually out today, the wind that is blowing, all that, it gives me a sense of freedom. Regardless of what our faith is, today I want to come to you with the message of resurrection, because that's what Easter means, the spirit of resurrection. I want to come to you with the spirit of resurrection that helps us and allows us to set ourselves free from whatever's weighing down on us, whatever's holding us back. I want you and I to be as free as that wind that's blowing outside my window at this moment. But first, let's take a very deep breath in. At the count of three, I want us all to take a very deep breath in. Inhale through your nose, and I want you to exhale through your mouth. 1, 2, and 3. Let's inhale, hold, and exhale. I want you to understand the power of breath. I want you to, in being able to breathe, become one with the divine. When we breathe, we indirectly are saying, even though may not consciously be aware, you're actually saying, I am. And the power of I am is absolutely priceless. Even when certain issues in your life and you consciously do not recognize that you are, I am, your inner spirit recognizes it. It recognizes the I am power within ourselves. That's what that wind that's blowing outside reminds me. It reminds me of the power of I am. The deep breath that I asked you to take is when we breathe, we become one with the divine. When we breathe, breath is a sign of life. It's a sign of opportunity. It's a sign of a new beginning. It's a sign of freedom. It's a sign of acknowledging your breath. You're also acknowledge the essence that you come from, which is the divine. Regardless of what it is for you, what you call it by name, it is your connection to the divine essence that breathed life into you and that keeps you moving, that keeps you awake, that keeps you sane, that keeps you able to conquer a new day and have a new beginning. The power of being able to breathe recognizes that. It recognizes your inner strength. You stand in your own authenticity and you recognize that a divine source, a divine essence, a divine being washes over you, takes care of you, protects you, and guides you. That is the power of breath and the power of I am. When we breathe, we are saying, I am. I am powerful. I am beautiful. I am worthy. I am blessed. Even when we don't feel we're blessed. That is the power of I am. And we acknowledge it when we take a deep breath in. So today, on the day of resurrection, on the day of Easter, I come with a word. I come with an essence of resurrection, with a spirit of resurrection that I would like to deliver to you. And this power of resurrection, this feeling of resurrection, not from a religious or Christian faith background perspective, not from a religious dogma, even though it has a religious definition to it. I want us just to be in connection with the source within ourselves, with the source that washes over us, that is also within ourselves. That is the one that I would like for you to feel at this moment, that I would like for you to feel today, so that I am able, or Spirit is able to deliver a message of resurrection, which is nothing more and nothing less than a message of freedom, being able to feel free, free from restriction, free from mental and emotional restrictions, free from insecurity, free from doubt, free from anxiety, depression, addictions, and so many different other illnesses and situations that affect our psyche, affects our being, affects the way we carry ourselves in lives and how we choose or are able to move forward in our journey. A message of resurrection is what I would like Spirit to deliver to you on this Easter Day, Sunday. That being said, I believe that there can't be resurrection if there isn't a transformation. There needs to be resurrection. In order for there to be resurrection, there needs to be, a spirit of transformation that also takes over, so that you can resurrect, so that you can renew, so that you can flip the page, so that you can start fresh, so that you can start new. But in order for there, so Spirit is saying that in order for there to be transformation, in order for there to be resurrection, there needs to be transformation. But in order for there to be transformation, we need to be willing to surrender. Did you get that? Spirit comes to you today to say that there needs to be a spirit of resurrection that takes place in your life so that you can feel free. But Spirit also says that in order for there to be resurrection, there needs to be transformation. And in order for there to be transformation, you and I, need to be willing to surrender. Surrender control, surrender guilt, surrender shame. Surrender all that makes us feel less than, unworthy, incomplete, unholy. We have to be willing to surrender even what we don't see, because that's where faith takes place. There's a verse in the Bible that says we walk by faith, not by what we see. So we need to have faith within ourselves, faith in the divine essence that allows air to flow through our body, the divine essence that washes over us. There needs to be faith that we are able to overcome any and all obstacles that are in our path, that nothing that we encounter is bigger than us, because the essence of divine energy lives within us. So therefore, we're able to take a step forward into overcoming what holds us back. But in order for there to be resurrection, in order for there to be transformation, I need you. I ask you and I invite you to surrender. Surrender your restraints and your rigid mentality, your rigid way of thinking. Surrender what you believe to have known to be true, to only find out as you live, as you experience new things, that maybe what you held true to your heart once upon a time in that environment was true, but it doesn't have place anymore. Where you're heading, where you're going, where your destiny, where life, where the divine, where God, where Olofing, where the divine source, where your angels and your guardian angels and your spirit guides and ancestors want you to go. That old restriction that old mentality, that old behavior has no more place where you're heading. So therefore, we have to surrender, right? But we have to also be willing to, in order for there to be a rebirth, which is what Easter is about, which is what, the resurrection takes place because of this rebirth. In order for there to be a rebirthing spirit within ourselves, we must also kill the old version of us. We must be willing to lay to rest the old version of us by learning a new us, a new way of being. Where there is rebirth taking place, there's new life. So where is this rebirth taking place? It's taking place in our spirit. It's taking place in our soul, spiritually speaking. And when we internally transform, we become free. When we internally transform, we give ourselves permission to renew our way of thinking. We give ourselves permission to renew our way of behaving, our way of being, so that we can be free like those beautiful branches, like those trees, like those leaves that are just flying wherever it wants to go because the wind takes it in different directions with no restrictions. So today, my beloved spiritual warriors, as the air is free, today, my part, my spiritual being invites you to take a step forward into setting yourself free. My spiritual being asks you, what part of you will you allow to resurrect today? What part of you are you setting yourself free from today? What part of you is resurrecting, and what are you giving yourself the opportunity to birth, to renew? What are you renewing? What are you setting yourself free from? I invite you to take a moment to speak into the existence, speak into your environment, speak into your space, into the atmosphere, Words have power. Words carry a vibration. Words carry a certain light, and it has to be spoken in order for it to take place. So I ask you, I want to see down in the comments, what are you setting yourself free from today? What are you resurrecting? And what are you renewing? I don't want you to say it with conviction. I want you to say it with power, because words have power. I want you to say it with inner faith. You may not know how it's going to happen. You may not know how it's going to take place, but I want you to say it with faith. And when you say what you're setting yourself free from, when you express and articulate verbally out loud what you are renewing, I want you to take a deep breath in, acknowledging the power of I am within yourself. And finish it off with ashe, to give it power, to give it an accent, so that may it so be. May it be so. May it be. May it be blessed. May it take place. May it be protected. And may nothing hold you back from being able to execute what your spiritual I am recognizes within. So what are you setting yourself free from today? I am setting myself free from emotional pain, and we say ashe. I am setting myself free from fear, and we say ashe. I am setting myself free from restrictive mentality that doesn't allow me to feel free like the wind, and we say ashe. I am setting myself free from control. I am setting myself free from insecurity. I am setting myself free from doubt, from shame. I am setting myself free from confusion, from addictions. I am setting myself free from anger. I am setting myself free from my old way of thinking. I am setting myself free from my negative behaviors. I am setting myself free from my vocabulary, my negative vocabulary, procrastination. And I am renewing, I am resurrecting my passion. I am resurrecting my faith. I am resurrecting conviction. I am resurrecting a sense of safety. I am resurrecting faith and hope and all that is of divine essence, loyalty, myself, and self-love. Let me see in the comments, what are you resurrecting? And what are you setting yourself free from today? Many blessings to you.